All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, good evening, welcome back to the session. We're going to get right into it. Just want to make sure that everything is sorted on my end, yeah? All right. Yeah, I think let's get right into it. It's the 6 p.m. session, just a quick market wrap up. And then we are gonna call it a night. Yeah. We've been focusing on a few opportunities today, including the commodities. I'm gonna start with gold and silver to see what has happened. I see it moved towards the upside, so let's start right here. All right, so now look what's happening with gold. So we broke out of this consolidation, right? And then immediately price went towards the upside. So if this was a loss for you, it's one of those. So it went back to that area we spoke about. That's where it went back to. This area we spoke about. So there were two possibilities. Either this is going to break down, or it's going to first tap that high and then do this as well. All right. So we've got the second possibility now. So we're just looking for a lower high. Gold is still going to drop. Especially with what it just did now. So we're still looking for a drop. Yeah. So broke this high, right? We still have this structure here. So it might also try to, test that structure as well. So as long as it's around this region or this zone, 5061.8, as long as it's there, anywhere around the zone, we could now be getting this move back down to this low. All right, so it went up one more time just to complete this pattern, and now seems like it's ready. All right, so anywhere around this area, that's where now we're anticipating one more push down. And then if you look at silver also the same thing. Silver also went back to this high. We also have obviously this structure there. This is where it is right now. So silver also, we're looking for a lower high. We're anticipating a lower high before price gives us that push back down to this low. Before we get that push. So anywhere around the zone, we should be getting a lower high. Anywhere around the zone. Yeah. So this is how gold and silver is looking. All right. It's still developing, still looking for one more move towards the downside. And then if you look at the yen pairs are still the same. All right, you've got your Swiss yen. Looking for a buy on Swiss yen. So I'm looking for a buy. So yeah, so the yen pairs, nothing has changed there, right? They are still correcting. They're about to complete their correction. So I'm anticipating a higher low here, and then price to continue pushing up. So the yen pairs is still the same. Yen pairs are still the same. All right. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking for. One more push. And remember, this one, we're taking it all the way back to these highs. Yeah. So this low, there's a possibility we're going to come back to this low before we go up. So that possibility is there. All right. So yeah. So Swiss yen, nothing has changed. Euro yen, nothing has. Euro yen is it is going up. It is going up. All right. So it's just a little bit slow at the moment, but this one, exactly how we spoke, looking for one more push. Also, the same with Swiss yen. There's a possibility it may come back down to the lows first before it continues going up, right? Because of a specific pattern it could form. So as it is, it is complete. It can go up. But if it's going to form a bigger pattern, then it's most likely going to come back down to this low before it continues pushing towards the upside. All right. So yeah. So the yen is still the same, guys. Still the same. Nothing has changed on that, on those. And then we also looked at the indices. We also looked at the indices. Let's see. We also looked at the indices NASDAQ and US 30. NASDAQ and US 30. Yeah, still the same. Still the same. So looking for this, if it comes back down again here one more time, I'll still be looking for a buy. So on my side, I'm not interested in looking for sells here because of the bigger structure. Because of this bigger structure, I'm looking for buys. So yeah. So if it comes back down, I'll be looking for buys down here, or it can just go here. It will depend on whether I get my entry or not. Right? Yeah, it will depend whether I get my entries or not. And then if you look at US 30 also the same. There were corrections. They are still correcting. So US 30, nothing has changed. Still looking for this. So it's correcting right now. Not interested in this correction. Looking for a continuation up. Yeah, looking for a continuation back to these areas. All right. So yeah, so the indices, nothing has changed. Commodities, nothing has changed. Basically what we spoke about today, nothing has changed. They remain the same. All right. If they change, we definitely will look at the changes in the coming sessions. All right. In the coming sessions. So they are still the same. Let's see. All right, NZD USD is trading around these levels, is reacting from these levels, right? That's definitely your resistance there. That is definitely your resistance there. With the possible dollar weakness, coming, we should be getting one more push towards the downside, back to these areas, right? The DXY suggests that we're going to get a possible dollar weakness. So from this resistance, I would start to look for some downside before any upside. All right. So it could still try to do this, attempt to break, but as long as there's dollar weakness, we're still going to get this coming back down to these areas. Yeah, so that's where it is right now. A rejection. We're looking for downside. Sorry, I meant dollar strength. I meant to say dollar strength. With dollar strength, the DXY suggests we're going to get dollar strength. All right. So with that dollar strength, we'll be looking for a push towards the downside around these zones. So that's how NZD USD is looking. Yeah, still creating that setup. Still creating that setup. It looks like it might come back here again. Right. It looks like it might just try to come back here again, but I'd be interested in this move. Yeah, I'd be interested in that move. So yeah, so NZD USD, this is how it's looking. This is how it's looking. All right, so yeah, so everything we spoke about today on all the trading rooms we had today, if you missed those trading rooms, you can just go back. They are on YouTube. You can just go back and rewatch them and look at the setups we spoke about. So in this session, we're just going to do some updates. I'm not going to go through the analysis again, just to do some updates. Analysis is there on YouTube. All right, so if you missed, you can go back and watch. But things are still the same. Things are still the same. Yeah, things are still the same. One more drop on gold and silver. So the pattern is complete now. The pattern is complete. So we should be getting a lower high and then one more push down just to complete this formation. To complete this formation. So we should be getting one more push down. And then when you look at your yen pairs, they've been correcting, so they should complete the correction anytime soon. The correction should be done anytime soon. All right. And then obviously the indices, I'm watching out for some buys on the indices. So yeah, so that's how we're looking, guys, this evening. Let us prepare for tomorrow. All right. Let us prepare for tomorrow. So keep an eye on these setups, and then we'll come back tomorrow to see if there's trading opportunities. There could be a few tonight on the commodities and the indices, as well as the yen. They could move tonight. But yeah, keep an eye, and then we'll come back tomorrow again. Yeah. Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, have yourselves a good evening. I'm signing out. I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning. Cheers.